So clearly I love plants and I want more of them in my life. There's a design trend right now to sort of bring the outdoors in, that whole urban jungle idea. People who are living in condos, they need green space because we need more life in our lives. I'm gonna go to the garden center, my favorite place, Lockyer's, grab some different heights, beautiful textures, and I'm gonna make this gorgeous. Here we go. So I'm en route to Lockyer's Garden Center in Prince Edward County. It's one of my favorites. It has hoop houses and it has greenhouses and all the houses. And hopefully I can find some plants for my jungalow. This particular area is teeming with heron. I guess it's the Canadian flamingo. I'm speeding. I am speeding, don't tell my mother. My mom wants me to wear a helmet when I drive. She says things like that joking, like, wouldn't it be great if you wore a helmet when you drove? And I'm like, you would love that. She's like, I would love it. We're here! So much goodness. These could be perfect for our urban jungle. Oh my gosh, look at these. I'm going to see the turtles. Gotta visit my turtle babies. Hi, buddies. How are you? That's the life in there. I just want to hang out here with you all day. Let's chill. Let's get real for a minute. I've got to get some plants. You want to come home with me? I have ducks, you know. You guys would get along really well. You guys are the best. I don't want to leave. Okay, bye. See you. Yeah, okay, these are good. These are gonna come, maybe take a couple with me. The turkey fig. There's so many things. I want everything. So textural and just like, I could just dive in there, live in there. I could live in here. I'm gonna move here. Yes. I think I've got everything I need to sort of pull this all together. Okay, all right. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It's really good to talk to plants. So I take them for drives. We chill, talk about the latest gossip, who's dating who. I think one of the most important things for me to consider for this indoor scape is really first the relationship to the light in this room, and then second is the height and how I'm sort of creating this almost like a cityscape of plants, or how they would grow naturally in their own environment. Nothing grows all the same height. So it's that variation on height that's going to make this really interesting. I definitely want to put my taller things towards the back, and then build out. So I'm gonna take this hibiscus. This is a braided hibiscus. You can see here the stems are all braided together. Check out the blooms on this beautiful plant. Like, that should be my hair and I should be in Hawaii with a margarita. Actually, I like the height of where this lives if I put it on the floor. So I think I'm gonna take advantage of this naked spot. And then that gives some lushness to that corner of the house. Next, I've got here a Schefflera. Something to consider when I'm placing these plants is their relationship to the sun. This is a very bright window, and so I know my hibiscus will thrive because it'll get that afternoon sun so perfectly. Something like a Schefflera can handle less sun, so I might tuck him over here. This little leaf placed beside my fiddle leaf fig, in contrast, those two different shapes of leaves just look beautifully together. This is another type of fig. It's got a really interesting leaf shape, and I want to kind of put him front and center because he's so beautiful. And he grows figs, so there's that. And because that fig needs full sun, this will be a perfect spot for it. And again, it looks really great beside my myrtle. It's a really great contrast with their leaf shapes being so different. This is a snake plant, properly known as a sansevieria. It comes in hundreds of varieties. You cannot kill this plant either. I'm a huge fan. It's also known as mother-in-law's tongue. And funnily enough, it bears a resemblance to my mother-in-law's tongue. I'm kidding. That is not true, MIL. And it's also okay to put things in a cluster of 2 or 3, just as they would also grow in nature. So I'm tucking these hellebores together, and they'll handle some of this shade because they don't like full sun. Orchids are really magical. I know that we've got a really lush scape going on with mostly greenery, so it's nice to break it up with this intense bloom. It just makes you happy. Like, you can't look at that and not get excited because the blooms are so beautiful. They need to be kind of front and center. This Alocasia is a really beautiful example of the different textures you can find in plants. You don't need blooms. The greenery is interesting enough. This greenery on its own with the veining is really, really special. And this pothos is a perfect plant for people who can't keep plants alive. They let you know when they're unhappy. They sort of give a little droop and then you perk them up with some water and they're back at it. And it doesn't require a lot of light, so I'm gonna tuck it back in here and create more texture and shape down at the bottom. This is my Charlie Brown plant. This is an oak leaf ivy, and they're normally so lush and like abundant with greenery. Mine is a little sparse, but I still love him, so I'm gonna celebrate him and put him in the front. Jade plants are another favorite. They don't require a lot of light, so I'm gonna just tuck this little guy right under there. This one has a hilarious name. It's the donkey tail. It's a succulent. These are great because they don't require a lot of water. They hold all of their water in their fleshy bits. So they grab that water when they need it. So very little water, easy to care for, my kind of plants. I think this is looking really beautiful. I definitely see a need to plant some of these up now in nice terracotta pots. I like to age my terracotta gracefully. I leave these out, I let them get rained on, and they sort of, over time, they get this lovely patina. You can also force this process by painting a yogurt and moss mixture. paint it on your pot, put it in a humid place, and it will start to grow this kind of amazing life, if you will, on your terracotta. It looks awesome. So even though this pot has a lot of patina, you don't want to plant in a dirty pot. You still want to give it a good scrub. Just don't scrub off those good bits. Next thing, we're adding in our gravel. And the point of gravel at the bottom of your potted plant is to aid in drainage. So you never want your plant roots sitting in water. That creates rot, a whole host of issues. Most people kill their plants with kindness. Are you guilty of that? There's something so satisfying about potting a plant. In another life, I just potted plants all day. How cute am I? I'm so cute. I'm so cute. Here it is. Our beautiful, lush, indoor jungle. Now we have to keep it alive. I'm a gardener, so I want to extend that garden and bring it inside. There's no reason why I have to leave it out there. I can bring it in here and feel like I'm surrounded with my outdoor green space all the time. We're gonna keep it lush and happy by watering it and treating it like it's part of the family, which means it's okay to talk to your plant babies. It's okay to sing to your plant babies. It's okay to dance with your plant babies. I hope you're at home dancing with your plant babies. Even if there's no music, dance with those babies. Makes them feel alive. See them shake? Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, 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 shake.